The opportunity seemed too good to pass up. When my old high school posted an ad looking for a new night custodian, I jumped at the chance. Sure, it was menial work, but having barely scraped by to graduate, it felt good to earn a second chance in those halls. My first week went smoothly. I slipped into a routine, tidying classrooms, mopping floors, taking out trash after the students and teachers left each day. Late at night the old building was peaceful, even comforting. But at the start of my second week, things took a turn. It began in room 302, my freshman algebra classroom. I always saved it for last, remembering the hours spent staring confused at chalkboard equations. As I erasing the day's lessons, a loud bang sounded from the back storage closet. I froze, listening, but heard nothing else. Just the building settling, I told myself. The next night, I was wiping down desks when the closet door creaked open behind me. I turned to find it slightly ajar and hanging crookedly from one hinge. Definitely not my imagination. I slid it carefully back into place and double-checked the lock. Over the next few nights, the activity in that classroom escalated. I'd hear scraping and thumping coming from inside the closet. Return to find desks and chairs rearranged. The dusty blackboard covered in scrawled loops and slashes not in any language I recognized. I pocketed the closet key so no one could access it. But the sounds continued, becoming more violent, like someone was trapped and trying to smash their way out. I told the principal, but he found nothing amiss inside. He warned me not to spread rumors or I'd lose my job. But the strangeness was undeniable. A creeping unease filled room 302 now. I could feel a lurking presence when I entered, almost like someone watching just out of sight. I couldn't shake the feeling that something sinister was trapped in that closet, trying to get out. Soon even the daytime janitorial staff began complaining. They reported weird smells and sounds emanating from 302's closet. Found furniture overturned and vulgar graffiti on the walls that I got blamed for. I noticed them all making signs against evil when they thought I wasn't looking. My pleas to the principal did nothing. Then a teacher reported hearing voices from inside the locked closet, including a young girl's scream. That finally got action. The police came, broke open the closet, searched it thoroughly. But they found only cleaning supplies and old textbooks inside. No sign of intruders. After that, security cameras were installed inside room 302. For several days they recorded perfectly normal footage. The activity seemed to have ceased. The principal apologized for doubting me. I happily went back to my regular duties. But before long, it returned worse than ever. Late one night I was mopping the hall when a crash rang out inside the classroom. I rushed to the door but it was locked. Peering through the narrow window, I could see the cameras were torn off the walls, dangling by wires. Chairs were overturned and papers strewn everywhere. The heavy closet door swung wildly on its broken hinge like something had smashed its way out. Heart pounding, I grabbed the key and called the cops. But by the time they arrived with the principal, the room was empty and undisturbed. The closet sat neatly locked. They dusted for prints and took the security footage, but found nothing unusual. I barely slept the next few days. Adrenaline pumped through my veins each night as I approached room 302, dreading whatever might await inside. Strange symbols appeared on the walls, changing nightly. Cruel messages in childish scrawl. Distorted faces leering from the chalkboard. Furniture stacked in strange patterns. I stopped unlocking the closet door, but the activity continued unabated. Blood appeared smeared on desks some mornings. Inhuman growls resounded from dark corners. Lights flickered and unexplained cold drafts passed through. The room felt heavy with an unholy presence after hours. My hands shook so badly I could barely get the key in the main door lock anymore. I found excuses not to enter 302 unless forced. I couldn't handle being alone in there with whatever dwelled inside. Then a local girl went missing. Searches came up empty. But the principal soon arrived in a panic, having discovered her backpack inside room 302, dripping blood. The police scoured every inch, ripped out the closet. No signs of the girl. But tabloids picked up the story, claiming her spirit was haunting the school. Parents panicked. The principal was forced to close the building until paranormal experts could investigate. I didn't know about ghosts, but knew this was more sinister. Ancient rituals and spells, naked fear and hatred, all focused on breaking free from 302's closet each night. And with the building shut, whatever dwelled there was trapped and enraged. I wasn't scared of ghouls and goblins, but of true human evil somehow manifesting. The cops eventually called me for a final walkthrough before locking the building up indefinitely. I tried to explain what I knew, that room 302 needed to be sealed off. But they just dismissed my concerns, handing me a box for my things. As I gathered my supplies downstairs, I heard a sound that chilled my soul coming from directly above. The heavy dragging of furniture across linoleum. Labored wheezing breaths echoing down the stairwell. The thing had escaped the closet. I dropped everything and fled the building. But as I reached my car, the school's windows began to shatter one by one, showering me in shards. Mad cackling came from every direction at once. The solid double doors bulged and split as something forced its way out, oozing spectral fog. Then silence. Whatever had infested room 302 was now loose in the world. I peeled out in terror as police sirens wailed in the distance, knowing no one would believe the truth. When they finally caught the monster, its flesh would seem as innocent as any human's. But I knew then the true face of evil, and it is far more ancient and terrible than any child's nightmares. This was no ordinary haunting. Now we'll all have to face the final exam.